welcome back to another one of my videos. I hope you're all doing really well. Today's video is going to be a batch cook, like a batch cook with me. I 100% recommend batch cooking to everyone because it just makes your life so much easier. At the time, you're like, oh my god, this is going to take me forever. I'd much rather be, sitting on the sofa, watching Netflix, just having a chill. But at the end of the day, I always feel so good and so proud and just so glad that I've done it because it's going to make my life just so much easier. Whenever I batch cook, I make sure to do it on a weekend when my partner James, he can look after the kids, because if not, it just wouldn't work with chasing around an almost 2-year-old and an almost 3-year-old. I just couldn't. It just makes my weekdays so much easier. So let's say I have a bad day where I've struggled with the little ones, I'm tired, just being one of them days. I can always sort of tell what sort of morning I'm going to have by about 10 o'clock. I'm like, right, it's going to be one of them days today, so I could just go to the freezer and get out a chicken curry or a chilli, whatever it is I've batch cooked. I can just get it out of the freezer, defrost it, and I just have to heat it up at the end of the day. So it just makes my life so much easier. It's also good if you've got a busy day planned, so you just know you're going to be tired at the end of the day, you're not going to feel like cooking. Just get it out in the morning, you get home, it's there ready to be heated up and eaten. There's a lot of help in this video from the little ones. Nevaeh absolutely loves to help, so I have got some little helpers in this video. So I hope you don't mind that. Let's get into the video. First we're going to make a chilli, and as you'll see in a minute, Nevaeh, bless her, she absolutely loves to help me, loves to help her mummy. So part of this, or to be fair, a lot of this is going to involve Nevaeh's help, which it makes my heart absolutely melt. So obviously, as you can see, I'm cutting up my onion, and now let's move on to the mushrooms and Nevaeh. And cut. Well done, Nevaeh. Well done. And then cut. Well done.
You helping?
Right. Hold it. Turn it round. That's it. And then cut. Well done. So stab it. Oh, that almost went flying in Daddy's drinklet. Cut. That's it. You did it. Well done. Are you ready?
Yeah, Mummy.
Okay. Well done, that's good. Wow, you did it.
More.
Good girl. You did it. Well done. Mummy's little helper. Drop it. Good girl. Just to point out, a lot of the time I use fry light, but when I do use oil, I'm very naughty and I don't sin it. Now obviously you can add as much curry powder as you like. As you'll see, I never measure anything out, so add as little or as much as you'd like. I tend to use loads of garlic and some basil. So now I'm just adding my mushrooms and then 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. Although I haven't shown it, I always add a little bit of water in the can and give it a good shake, and then just make sure I get all of the tomato juice in there, and then give it a good stir. Add a beef stock pot and then plenty of salt and pepper and another good stir. Now, oh my god guys, I cannot pronounce this for the life of me. Worcestershire woo-woo sauce I call it. I add a load of that and then stir it again. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then I've added some more basil. As you can see in the background, while that is cooking away, I'm just peeling and getting the potatoes ready for the cottage pie. And then add your kidney beans. Oh, I just love kidney beans. I think they just make the chilli, don't they? Good job. Good girl. And there's the chilli all finished, all ready to be frozen when it's cooled down. I love chilli with a nice warm jacket or rice. Oh, it is just such a comfort food. Okie dokie, so next is a chicken curry, and of course I had a little helper.
Are you going to worry?
Yeah, put them on there. Good. Can you get me a tomato out? Put it on there for me. Good girl, and some more please. That's a good girl. And a couple more. Well done, that's all we need, I think. Right. We start with the tomatoes.
I want to go.
Right, you stay there. Mummy's gonna chop, okay? Yeah? Would you like a little bit?
Yeah.
So please.
Okay, Mommy.
Please, Mummy, good girl. Ready, open up. Mmm. Careful. Grandad grew these tomatoes, didn't he? He's Grandad's.
No.
Oh, are they yummy?
No. Mommy, look.
What, darling?
Look.
Oh, that's all right. So yummy. Is it really nice? Good girl for not touching, thank you. Don't think we need all them tomatoes. I think Mummy went a bit mad. I don't think we need them all, darling.
No, Peppa.
That's not pepper, say tomato.
Peppa.
That's not pepper, it's the same colour. Do you want some?
Yeah.
Good girl.
Here you go.
Mummy's taken up the whole kitchen. You'll want to add a cinnamon stick, some bay leaves, and then a tiny bit of ground cloves, probably around 1/4 teaspoon maybe. Let that cook for maybe 5 minutes before you then add your tomatoes and your seasoning. I've added some garlic, some curry powder, some basil. I then added a bit more curry powder. As you already know, I don't measure, I just judge it. Then add my chicken and give it a good stir. You'll then want to add 200 millilitres of boiling chicken stock and then just season it with some salt and pepper. Leave it to simmer for about 20-25 minutes, but make sure you do keep stirring it. Not loads, but just occasionally. Righty-ho, I'm moving on to the cottage pie. So I've already cut up my carrot and my onions, added in some frozen peas. Again, no measurements. Not sure why I do it this way, but I add a ton of garlic, then add the meat, then add more garlic. I just like to make sure everything is coated, I suppose. Add some woo-woo sauce. Every time I say woo-woo sauce, you know what I'm referring to. Add some curry powder and some basil as well. I just love using basil in everything that I cook. You want about 150 millilitres of boiling beef stock, a beef stock cube pot thing, and then a few squirts of tomato puree. It's probably about a tablespoon. And this is the chicken curry, all ready to be frozen when it's cooled down. How nice does that look? Then I've just added this on the lid to remind me to add 5 to 8 tablespoons of fromage fraise, however you say that. I am boiling the potatoes in some water, boiling hot water with salt and pepper in, and then I'm going to move on to the next dish, which will be beef stroganoff. After adding the onions and mushrooms, add more woo-woo sauce and some garlic. After adding the meat, add your beef cube, pot and salt and pepper, and then you want about
400 millilitres of boiling beef stock, add that and then give it a good stir. While that is bubbling away, I'm just mashing the mash, the potato, and then I add a little bit of fat-free yoghurt. On the new Slimming World version, you're meant to sin yoghurt, I think. I don't. I followed the old plan, it worked before, so I'm going to carry on doing that. So I add some yoghurt to make it nice and creamy. I've then added 2 chopped up spring onions to the mash, stirred it all in, and then I've already layered the meat in the bottom of my tub, and then you just put the mash on top and get a fork, make a pretty pattern. Oh, lovely. Going back to the stroganoff, I didn't actually freeze it. I think we had it the next night, and this is what it looked like. I'm not overly good at presentation, so it doesn't look amazing, but I do promise you that it tastes amazing. So this next one is a beef and pineapple curry. It's actually the first time I've made it. Oh my word, it's amazing. I'm going to be making it all the time. So add your beef and then add some curry powder and some ginger, of course, not ginger, garlic. I'm lying to you, garlic. I don't think I've really told you how many onions I've been using, but generally in every single meal I use like 2 to 3 onions. And then for this dish you add chilli. Now I'm not a big spice fan, so I've just added 1 chilli, and then I did pick out the chilli at the end when I dished it up and gave James it all because I don't want that spice. So I just added the pineapple. I got some tinned pineapple, added the juice. It was a 400 gram tin. Oh, every single dish has been sin free unless you were to sin the yogurt. This dish is 2 sins per serving and it serves 4. I just added about 400 millilitres of chicken stock and then some bay leaves. Leave that to cook for, I don't know, about 5 minutes, and then transfer it to an oven dish. Cover it in foil, and then you do want to cook this for about 2 or 2.5 hours. I had it on about 170, 180, and oh my god, it is so worth it because the meat is so tender and the pineapple and all of it together is just absolutely amazing. Serve it with some rice, some cut up cucumber. Oh, lovely job.
Please.
Say hi. Hi.
An apple.
It's not an apple, it's a pepper.
Apple.
Pepper.
Apple.
Say pepper.
Apple. Apple.
It's not an apple.
Apple. Mom.
You're going to chop it up? Wow!
More.
Sit, Mummy, help. Stab that bit. Then go. That's it. Wow. You can't both stand on there, darling. Doing really well. Okay. You got this one? Cheeky monkey! Right, what hand do you want the fork in? That one? No, we're going to cut it, aren't we? Isn't that for dinner?
Mommy.
You're meant to be cutting it, not eating it. Silly. Do you want to go eat a bit and Mummy will cut up the rest, yeah? Right, take that and go see Daddy. Oh, you can't, darling. You're not old enough. You're not old enough. I know. You can have that. Go on. Okay, so the last dish is a sort of paprika pork dish. It is so nice. So I'm just chopping up plenty of pepper. As you saw, I lost some to the little munchkins, but I've still got plenty. And then I've chopped up an onion and then cut up some pork. By the way, I'm in my pyjamas because I literally spent 4 hours this day cooking everything. So I needed a break, went for a shower and then carried on. Look at how big that meat is, oh my word. But I do like doing extra, so you know, you can have leftovers, or if the kids, they often have the same meals that we do. So I do like just to make sure there's plenty. Once you've added the onions and pepper, add some garlic, give it a stir, then add some woo woo sauce, and then add your meat. I then add a load more garlic and then some paprika, and as you can see I just judge it as per usual, always just do, you know, whatever I think. I then added about 300 millilitres of vegetable stock. You can use chicken or vegetable, whatever you prefer. I want to leave it sort of on simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. Do make sure you come back and give it a stir though, and add any more water if you think it needs it. I then added 1 tablespoon of fromage fraise. I really don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but you know, just to thicken it up, make a nice little sauce. This is another dish which I didn't freeze. If not, I wouldn't have added that. I would have done like I did the chicken korma and left myself a little note once it's defrosted, and then you're like warming it up. And there you have it. I served it with some rice, and you can season it with, you know, basil, chives, parsley, whatever you'd like, just to make it look pretty. And yeah, it was gorgeous.
Okay, that's the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you to do some batch cooking as well, because I promise you will thank yourself for doing it. You might not thank yourself at the time when you're busy, you know, slaving away in the kitchen, but I promise, you will love yourself during the week when your days and your evenings are just so much more easy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these type of videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.